Grape juice and grape jelly are my favorite things to make and can. It is so much better than store-bought, and it's super easy if you have the right equipment. I'm going to share how I used to do it versus how I do it now. If you have grapes in your garden or access to a farmer's market, grape juice and grape jelly are definitely something you need to try.
Make sure your workspace is really clean. This is a super important step. Clean the grapes really well. I usually wash and rinse them twice, making sure there aren't any rotten grapes or insects. I use a steam juicer now. It was a huge game changer for me. Fill the inner pot with your grapes. Before using a steam juicer, I used to remove the grapes from the stems and boil them in a large pot. I'd have to wait for it to cool and then strain the whole mess through cheesecloth several times. I grow more red grapes than I do Concords, so sometimes I add the red grapes in to make it stretch a little farther, so that I end up with more juice. It's seriously that easy. The steamer does all of the work. It comes with a clamp, but honestly, I usually just take it off and have it collect in the pitcher. After pouring it into jars, you're actually going to refrigerate the juice for at least 24 hours.
If you're going to be making a lot of juice, make sure to check the water level of the bottom pot. If it runs out, it's going to burn, and then your juice is going to smell and taste like smoke. Don't ask me how I know.
The reason you refrigerate the juice is because grape juice forms little crystals. While in the fridge, they form and collect in the bottom of the jar. Pouring the juice through the cheesecloth will filter them out. The crystals are harmless, they just wouldn't be very pleasant to drink. Since the juice is cold, you will need to heat it up before canning. This is because if you put a cold glass container into hot water, the sudden change in temperature will break the glass. Check to make sure the rims of your jars don't have any nicks or chips. If they do, you can't use them since they won't seal. After filling up the jars using a funnel and a ladle, wipe the rims with a wet rag or paper towel. Clean rims ensure a good seal. After the lids have been in hot water for a while to soften the rubber seal, you can add them to the jars. Screw the ring on tight, then turn it back a quarter turn. They are now ready to be processed. To make jelly, follow the directions that come inside the box of whatever brand of pectin you use. Measure out the sugar in a separate bowl. Heat the juice and pectin on the stovetop. When it's time, slowly add in the sugar. Once it has come to a boil for the appropriate amount of time, add it to the jars and repeat the same process of adding lids and rings. Juice and jelly are both done in a water bath canner, which is super easy to use. Processing times will vary depending on your location and elevation. You can find that information on your state's extension office website.
you have any questions about making grape juice, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe.